the official vehicle of the NFL. Reebok Real Flex, natural movement, perfected. And Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
We're back at Radio City Music Hall in New York. Everybody's played in here. Count Basie, Bill Cosby, Frank Sinatra, Duke Ellington, Mel Kiper. They've all come to Radio City to play. And now, with the New Orleans Saints on the clock, having given up a #1 next year and a 2, so New England will have 3 2s tomorrow, it looks as if the Heisman Trophy winner of a year ago, Mark Ingram, will be going to the New Orleans Saints if we're to read the tea leaves. And here's the commissioner to make it official.
With the 28th pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Mark Ingram, running back, Alabama.
So the Saints have taken 2 players whose dads played in the NFL. Mark Ingram and Steve Jordan, and they've taken their son.
And there's an old saying that the rich get richer, right, Mel? I mean, for them to get Cameron Jordan and then get up and get this guy. Remember, the Saints had one problem last year, and it was injuries to their backfield. Their leading rusher last year was Chris Ivory from Tiffin College. You know why I know he's from Tiffin? That's where I was born. Let me tell you about this guy. Every time I write this kid up, Ingram, I say he's a tough tone-setting back. He's strong. He's decisive. He has vision. He's not a fumbler. He has a stiff arm. There's not a lot not to like about this guy. Great vision. He makes a lot of hidden yardage. They don't block somebody, sometimes he gains 5 yards. He'll punish you, and he can pick up the blitz. That's important for Drew Brees. I like this guy, man.
Think about the Patriots trading down. A couple years ago, they were at a pick. They had traded down twice. They let Green Bay jump in and take Clay Matthews. That came back to haunt the Patriots. Matthews is a great player. They need an outside linebacker. Now they let New Orleans jump in. You could have argued New England could have taken Mark Ingram. Could have. Yeah, you got Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, you got Danny Woodhead. They could have very easily at this point taken Mark Ingram, and he would have been a pick for the Patriots. Now they let the Saints jump in. Does this come back to haunt the Patriots like Clay Matthews did? You watch Mark Ingram. We talked about this kid. Is he Emmitt Smith? He's close to Emmitt Smith. The Saints got themselves one heck of a back. And I'll tell you, Emmitt Smith went 17. He's going 28. And for a kid who was tremendous 2 years ago, won that Heisman Trophy, earned it, and then this year, a little banged up with the injury with the knee, John. Still a guy, very productive, very solid, very reliable, doesn't fumble much at all. 4 fumbles his whole career. He can catch and also can block. John, I got a question. Trading down's great. But do the Patriots regret this 3-4 years down the road? Even this year coming up, when the running back's going to come right in and help the Saints.
It's hard to second guess the Patriots. All they do is win games. I want to talk about the Saints because Ingram is joining forces with, I think, the best offensive coach in football in Sean Payton. He'll have a plan for this guy. I got a strong feeling they're going to figure things out with Reggie Bush and return to their balanced system that won them a Super Bowl 2 years ago. Heck of a pick for New Orleans.
Well, Mark Ingram, a member of the New Orleans Saints, are drafted by them with Susie right now. Suze?
Oh, you thought the Heisman night was nerve-wracking. What was this wait like?
It was a long wait just being back there with the family, but I'm so happy to be a part of a great organization like the Saints and go down there and, you know, be the best player I could be for them and hopefully help us win another championship.
Well, the wait means you were also drafted with the exact same number as your dad, who was a Super Bowl winning wide receiver for the Giants. And he sent me an email, and I just want to read you a little bit. He says, son, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you for being a great person and accomplishing your dream of being drafted and having the opportunity to play professional football. You have made me a proud father. I am so proud of the young man you have become. What would you like to say to your dad? Oh, you can imagine. You can imagine the emotion that the two of them have shared.
I want to tell my dad that I love him. I miss you, dog. You've been a positive influence on my life for my whole entire life. So I just want to thank you and let you know that I love you, man, and we did it.
Congratulations.
It's awesome, Susie, and that's great, Mark.
Yeah. I tell you what, I coached his dad.
Wow.
Yeah, his dad was a heck of a receiver. You remember him out of Michigan State. I coached his dad when I was with the Packers, and I've had a chance to meet this guy. I met this guy at the ESPYs last year. I sat behind him. I said, hey, Ingram, get out of my way. Your shoulders and elbows are in my way. This guy's a competitive guy now. He's got a lot to prove, and he went to a team that'll know exactly how to use him. The 1-2 punch. Reggie Bush and Ingram with Drew Brees and those receivers. Who dat, man? That's exciting. I love that.
Who dat? Who dat indeed. And now who dat on the clock? That would be the Chicago Bears. The Bears who advanced to the championship game and hosted it in the NFC. Kind of an interesting path for them. They got that call on Calvin Johnson in week 1, and it kind of catapulted them into position where the Packers had all the injuries. The Bears won the division, although the Packers won the Super Bowl and won the championship game. They, a name you didn't hear on day one, almost became a hero, and Cannonball Caleb Haney, who came into a touchdown pass in the championship game. Of course, they have Jay Cutler questions. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Off of the way that all ended in the championship game with him hurt, did hurt his knee, but on the sidelines, body language, which I don't know what that means, but that's part of it. But here's one thing. Everybody backed up Jay Cutler by saying he got sacked 9 times and a half. What was the number, 56, 66? They need a line, right? Kreutz is older, he's still a good player. They need offensive line, don't they?
Yeah, or they got to get rid of the ball quicker. They got to do something.
Do something.
I know that. They can use a receiver. Remember, they just cut Tommy Harris, who's the under tackle in this vaunted 4-3 defense. Anthony Adams, their nose tackle, is a free agent. Might they look to North Carolina, find this big Austin guy to play the under tackle? You know, Bowers is there. Rod Marinelli, Lovie Smith, they love to rush 4 guys. How can Daquan Bowers still be here? What do you think, Mel?
What's the knee concern with Bowers, Sean? We know that. And we thought he'd go in the first round, thought maybe the Saints would be a team, a destination for him. They got a good player in Cameron Jordan. A versatile kid, good player, and then they get Mark Ingram. You think about Bowers, you think about Gabe Carimi still sitting there waiting. You think about Andy Dalton still waiting. But the Bears...
Why wouldn't the Bears do that? Carimi, why wouldn't they?
Well, they got Webb at right tackle.
I know.
That's Carimi's spot.
I mean, he played right up the road in Wisconsin.
With the 29th pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Gabe Carimi, offensive tackle, Wisconsin.
Well, it makes sense. They get older up there, and they're an outdoor team. Need some youth.
Baller, that's what John said, that's what he is, that's what he's been described at his whole career. This kid is huge. You talk about a kid, a massive offensive tackle, 6'7", 316 pounds, 30 reps. You know, this is a kid that just went after you. I mean, he just accentuated that running game for Wisconsin. They got 3 backs the Badgers do. All 3 backs put up huge numbers. They always run the ball. This kid was there for 4 years, John, doing a great job. He's a right tackle in the NFL, I believe. He played left tackle, and he was more than adequate there. Can play guard for you. J. Marcus Webb was a right tackle this year for the Bears. 7th round pick, did a nice job. Obviously, left tackle's an area, could kick him inside the guard. This kid will get your running game going. There's nobody battles harder in the trenches than Gabe Carimi.
Versatile guy, 4-year starter, succeeded Joe Thomas. I don't know where the Badgers find these linemen, but I think he can play right tackle or guard. Going to be a good Bear.
Well, we got a little noise in the house because the JETS Jets are on the clock. So the Chicago Bears, they made their selection. They could not pass over Carimi. Now it's the Jets.
How could a luminous protein in jellyfish impact life expectancy in the U.S., real estate in Hong Kong, and the optics industry in Germany? At T. Rowe Price, we understand the connections of a complex global economy. It's just one reason 80% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year Lipper average. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing.
At Goodyear, everything we've learned making tires for Hollywood stunt drivers inspires what we roll into yours. Refined handling for a smooth ride. Goodyear, more driven.
The magnificent Beatrice Henson is turning 100 soon. an achievement worthy of